Yo, what's up, guys? This is Scrapper's Digest. Back again. This is going to be my breakdown of UFC Fight Night, Lewis versus Spivac. I'm going to give you guys my entire picks and predictions for the entire card, bottom to top. And, when I give my picks and predictions, I'm not going to, waste your guys' time. I'm trying to get straight into it. So, let's get into this. First fight on the card, we got Tetsuya Tara versus Jesus Aguilar. Once again, forgive me for butchering all these guys' names. I'm not as familiar with them as I am most fighters. There's going to be a lot of prospects on this card, but at the same time, they're pretty foreign, and I'm just not that well familiar with them. So forgive me on that. But I still got the picks for you guys. So this first fight on the card, we got Tetsuya Tara versus Jesus Aguilar. This fight, I think, is one fight to look out for. Tetsuya Tara is going to be coming as a minus 1,400 underdog, and Jesus Aguilar is going to be coming in, I think, plus 750. The odds might have changed, give or take. But these odds are insane. These odds are just insane. He's not fighting Umar Nurmagomedov. He's not fighting Khamzat Chimaev. He's not fighting Shavkat Rakhmonov. I don't know. He's not fighting Jailton Almeida. You know what I mean? Maybe they're hyping him up to be something like that. We'll see. But in my opinion, I feel like he's going against another killer in this fight. Jesus Aguilar, from what I've seen, is going to be coming in there just as nasty, just as strong. He's going to be a little bit smaller, a little bit undersized. Not too much, though. He's going to make up for it where he's filled in the entire way. He's going to be a little stocky little dude in there. And whereas Tetsuya Tara is cutting weight not too much, you know what I mean? But it's not like he's a huge guy. He's just got a nice frame for the division, pretty lanky. He's got some distance when he's in there striking. But here's what I see. I see him a little bit lackadaisical. I see him starting off a little bit slower than he should. He comes in a little bit like he has a good stance, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's a little bit stiff. Where I see Jesus Aguilar is going to be coming in looking for big strikes right off the break, or right off the get-go, right at the get-go. I don't know what the term is right there. But from the get-go, he's going to be looking for big strikes. But the big strikes are not going to be there because he's thinking he's going to knock him out. He's going to be using those strikes to set up takedowns and close the distance. When it closes the distance, he's going to be trying to make the fight a little bit nasty. And at this point, Tetsuya Tara is going to be looking for, a defensive submission. He's going to be trying to get him in a ghillie. Maybe, look to grab an arm, go for, Kimura, Americana, something like that. Heel hook, some crazy transition where I think Jesus Aguilar is going to be aware of it. He's going to be prepared for it. He's going to get away from that. And then he's going to try and start instilling his game plan, where he's either going to start looking to, kind of beat him up, punch on him a bit, and try and open up for some submissions, rear naked choke. Maybe start trying to attack the arm for an arm bar. Tetsuya's going to be looking to get out of it. He's going to be trying to attack from the bottom, throwing up submissions and stuff like that, transitions to try and get back to the feet. They might get back to the feet, but at this point, Jesus Aguilar kind of knows his game plan is going to work. He's going to go back for what he's going to look for. Unless Tetsuya Tara can be land, I'm thinking like a counter, I don't want to say flying knee, but just a counter knee, uppercut, something like that. But I haven't seen anything from him to see where he's this crazy power puncher that's going to be, knock the lights out of this guy in one hit. I think this fight's going to be, I don't know. I feel like that minus 1,400. Those odds that's just crazy. And this is going to be one of my fights to look out for. Me personally, my pick is going to be Jesus Aguilar. I wouldn't tell anybody to go crazy on that fight. I feel like a lot of people are going to find a few things out about this guy, Tetsuya Tara. I don't think he is just where he's supposed to be for these odds and all this hype. I think we're going to find something out about him. And I think Jesus Aguilar might make a little name for himself on Saturday. That's going to be one of my picks for Saturday. I don't want to say that's going to be my underdog pick of the night because I don't want to say that I really feel that he's a lock, but I definitely would throw him in a parlay or two. I would throw him in a parlay. $5 on this fool with like somebody, I don't even know. $20, I don't care. You know what I mean? But it's worth looking into. Look into it. Look into that one. You hear me? You hear me? You hear me? Next fight on the card. Second fight, we got Jun Yun Park versus Dennis Tululian. Iron Turtle versus Dennis Tululian. I don't know how to say his name. But this one, to me, is a little bit more cut and dry. Originally, I had Jun Yun Park. But upon further research, I have Dennis Tululian. I feel Tululian's going to put the pace on him. He's going to be in there from, I don't even want to throw the punches because he throws like some awkward, weird punches. He's going to be throwing kicks, all this, that, and the other. He's going to put the pace on him. He's going to put the pressure on him. This guy's got good defense and transitions, and I don't feel like Park's got what he needs to defeat this guy, which is going to be something. I would feel like some transitions on the ground and kind of outmatch him on the ground and get a submission or something like that. What I feel like is going to happen is going to be a TKO of Jun Yun Park or a decision win for Dennis Tululian. And my bad if that's confusing. Dennis Tululian is going to win by either TKO or decision, but I feel like he's going to just put a little bit too much pressure on Iron Turtle. Iron Turtle's not going to have every answer that he needs to have, and eventually the pressure's going to catch up with him. He's going to either lose decision or get TKO. And that's my pick for that fight. Like I said, originally it was Iron Turtle, but upon further research, I had to change it. Third fight going up the card. We got Ji Yeon Kim versus Mandy Baum. This fight, I'm not even going to touch with like a 10-foot pole, 16.5-inch pole, 19.5-inch pole. The Grinch could be right here. Right now, I'm not going to mess with this fight. Two trash fighters fighting each other. One of them got beat up, I think, by like Priscilla Cachera. This other girl, she's just like a bag of wet noodles fighting somebody. Yeah, but my pick's going to be Ji Yeon Kim because she actually knows how to throw a punch. She's like, imagine somebody being like, "Hey," or like, and then Ji Yeon Kim's going to come in like, "Bow," like that. You know what I'm saying? Gosh. So, yeah, Gene. I don't feel like it's going to be anything special. Don't bet on this fight. Don't be the guy that bets on this fight. Don't do it. Just don't. But Ji Yeon Kim, for anybody that wants my pick on that one, that's my pick. All right, next we got Hyun Sung Park versus Sung Gok Choi. I have Hyun Sung Park. That's my pick. Sung Gok Choi is, I think both of these guys, from what I've seen, are pretty well-rounded and are both probably going to be in the UFC for at least another fight, unless one gets eliminated. But if one gets eliminated, I'm going to say it's going to be Sung Gok Choi. He's a little bit smaller. He just doesn't, to me, when I see him fighting, he's not fighting in there with the same killer instinct. He seems just as, I don't want to say just as technically versed. I feel like he's going to come up a little bit short in a few sequences. And I think he's going to be a little bit, I think he is going to be outmatched and outpowered. I didn't check the size on these guys. But then just looking at, one's the number 1 guy in South Korea, the other guy is the number 3 guy in South Korea. But Hyun Sung Park was like, he's very active when he's in there. He's not, he's not like, how do I say? He's not taking a break. He's actively looking for a finish, and he's just putting on a crazy pace. And when he hits, it looks like his strikes, they hurt a little bit more than I would say Soon Guk Choi's strikes do. So my pick for that one's going to be Hoon Sung Pak, and I do believe he is a favorite. So, you know, make what you will of that. But that's going to be my guy right there for that fight. That's going to be the fourth fight in. Moving on up the card. We got Rinya Nakamura versus Toshiyami Kazama. Alright, this one, Rinya Nakamura, he's a heavy favorite in this fight. I do believe he's like some type of wrestler. But from what I see, both of these guys are heavy grapplers. But what I do see is Rinya Nakamura being a little bit more aggressive, a little bit stronger, and a little bit more, a little bit more skilled. Toshiyami, I believe his name is. Toshiyami is. It's almost like going to be like a wrestling MMA guy with jiu-jitsu, you know, coming in for takedowns, looking to. Imagine like a Gilbert Burns versus like, I don't want to say a Bryce Mitchell or like a Uriah Hall or somebody, but like somebody that's got a strong wrestling approach and is equally well versed on the ground grappling, whereas the other guy is going to be kind of like an RDA versus Nate Diaz. There we go. That's what I feel like this fight's going to be. And it's going to lead them to stand up a little bit. They're probably going to have to go on the feet. But I do feel that Rinya, is it Rinya? Yeah, Rinya is going to come away with the victory because he's going to be pushing the pace. And he is going to land the takedowns. Toshiyami is going to be looking for, Toshiyami is going to be looking for the submissions off the ground, and I just don't think they're going to be there, and I believe Rinya will get a decision victory. I feel like there's going to be a lot of decisions. I don't feel like all these finishes that were happening when these guys were on the Contender Series or on Road to FC or all these other fights, I don't feel like that's what we're going to see. I feel like it's gonna be different from that. Next fight on the card, we got Zha Yi versus Zhong Yong Lee. This fight is gonna be a good fight. This fight's gonna be a good ass fight. If there's a fight of the night, possibly this one. This is who I got on this one. I have Zhong Yong Lee. Zha Yi is the more experienced fighter. He has a record of, I believe, like 21-3, and he's going against a 9-1-0 or 9-1 opponent. The reason why I have Zhong Yong Lee is because when we see prospects and they're looking for stars, at the moment, I don't want to say this is my wobbler of the night. I don't think this is my wobbler of the night. Let me look real quick. This might be one of my wobblers. This might be my wobbler of the night. Because Zha Yi is so experienced, he should have the level that he needs to take out Zhong Yong Lee. So this is going to be a wobbler. This is going to be my wobbler of the night. But I do have Zhong Yong Lee finishing Zha Yi. he's going to put the pressure on him. He's going to put the pace on him. He's going to have counters and transitions and reactions for everything that Zai throws. That's what I believe. But there is a possibility that Zai puts on a master performance, does not let himself get caught up in the trap, so he doesn't get submitted and he doesn't get knocked out, and he just plays it safe so he can cruise his way to a decision knowing the UFC's point system. But if not, if you get into an actual fight, I got Jung Young Lee. Alright, moving on up the card. Next card we got Anshul Jubil versus Jeka Saragi. And I believe a lot of people, this one supposedly on the odds is like the closest fight. But guess what? No, I got Jeka Saragi by KO. He's going to knock the shit out of this fool. Anshul Jubil. That's my pick right there. KO. Hell no, I saw the freaking... This was like coming in, this boom, 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 knocked this fool out. This fool went down, and was like boom, boom. This fool was like stiff. The ref's trying to take him off. He's still throwing, bro. Meanwhile, this other fool is 6-0. You're 6-0, dude. You're 6-0. Cool, bro. You're 6-0. Go fight 6 more fucking times and come back. What are you doing, dude? You're fighting this guy who's 13-1, 13-2. He just killed the guy his last fight, and you won by decision. Yeah. All right. Cool. Next. Yusako Kinoshita versus Adam Fugit. Yusako Kinoshita versus Adam Fugit. Okay, I think that's his name. I got Yusaku Kinoshita. They're calling him, I think, the Japanese Connor. Is that the Japanese Connor? Yeah, it's the Japanese Connor. Number 4 fighter in Japan versus the number plus 120 fight worldwide. Nah. If you're the number 1 fighter or number 4 fighter in your country, you're going against like the number 130. Nah, you're probably going to be better. But here's why he's better. Dude, Adam Fugit's going to be in there stiff as hell, throwing these weird little dumb... Dude, it's not going to work. He's going to be in there so stiff and so ugly. And it's going to be this kid's first highlight reel knockout. And you know they got love for him. You know the UFC has love for him because he's the Japanese Connor. So that's my pick by KO. I'm predicting KO. You know, I'm trying to get these fights down to the T. We're not even playing games no more. You feel me? We got this fool by KO. Japanese Connor by KO. Because, well, you know what I'm saying? Alright. Duho Choi. Kyle Nelson. Wobbler. Kyle Nelson's dropping down from 145. That's never a good sign when a fighter's going up and down, up and down, up and down because they can't find their place. Duho Choi is coming back from, I believe, like a military service in South Korea. So he's going to be coming off a long layoff. But I don't know why I feel like the military might have helped him. Because the guy was a little bit, I don't want to say undisciplined in his training or whatnot, but in his fights, he just wouldn't be doing the smartest things. There's a lot of South Korean fighters on this card, so I want to imagine that he wants to win with all of his countrymen. And he's coming off of like a break, whereas Kyle Nelson just got knocked out by Billy Q, and I believe he got knocked out by somebody else before that. Let's see. He got knocked out by Billy Q. And he lost the decision to Jai Herbert. He lost to Billy Q with like a, just like kind of like a short straight right. Like they got right here, right up close to each other, and he tried to do something in the 3rd round, and Billy Q just hit him, knocked him out, unless the YouTube video mirrored it and it was an actual left. If that's the case, if Billy, you're a southpaw, I'm sorry. But Do Ho Choi, you know, Korean Superboy, is southpaw, and he comes in. I can't really. I can maybe when I come from this way, maybe like that. But he almost throws his left hand, kind of how Connor throws. Nah, Connor throws with like more of a hunch. But imagine if Connor threw it like, oof. He has a laser left hand. I do believe he's southpaw. If he's orthodox, it's just going to be worse. But I do believe he's southpaw. And he throws just like he has a laser left hand. I could see a later round knockout, like maybe round two, a round two knockout of Do Ho Choi. And then if this is a wobbler, I don't like this fight. At first I thought I was like, oh, Do Ho Choi all the way, but then I'm like, wait up, Do Ho Choi be getting his ass. But here's the thing, Do Ho Choi been losing to prime Jeremy Stevens, prime Cub Swanson, prime Charles Jourdain. Whereas old boy over here getting knocked out by Billy Q in the third round. Billy Q, I'm not talking shit on Billy Q, that's my boy right there. But like Billy Q just cause like or just like, bah, and this was just, bro, what is you doing, dude? You should know Billy Q gonna throw a nasty right or left right now. That's Billy Q. That's what he do. You know what I'm saying? So, Duo Troy's my pick on this one, but this is a wobbler, and I'm not telling nobody to go with Kyle Nelson either. Bro, don't even mess with that one. Marcin Tybura versus Blagoy Ivanov. This is the next fight. We're really getting through this card already, man. Blagoy Ivanov. That's my pick. Marcin Tybura's last win was over Alexander Romanov, and it was a cool win. But I don't know if anybody knows, he was getting his ass beat for like the first round, and then he came back in the second round because Alexander Romanov beat him up so bad in the first round that he was now exhausted in the second two rounds. And then Marcin Tybura decided to, I'm still here, fool. I'm gonna beat you now. Bro, that's so lame, dude. You know why that's lame? Because why didn't you do that to any of the real fools? Like, didn't you get finished by Derek Lewis? Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, don't act like, oh, no, I'm the big dog. No, you're not, bro. Because I bet you we could have you fight Derek Lewis again, and he's just going to knock you out, but get to cage once again. All these monsters that you done fought, you know what I mean? And, like, bro, you see a prospect in there, and it's just lame. It's just lame. Like, bro, you can't beat none of the dudes in your generation. So he's trying to beat up. That's like being a senior. I'm going to go beat up the freshman. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, but here's the thing. You ain't fighting a freshman this time. You're fighting Blagoy Ivanov. This fool's got decent boxing, pretty good boxing, decent boxing. He's going to be there entire fight. When you try to take him down, you're not going to get the takedown. You're going to try and get him the clinch. I think he's going to turn it around on you. I think you're going to end up in a striking battle with this guy. You're not going to like it. And I think Blagoy Ivanov's going to win. That's an underdog pick. But I told you earlier, my underdog pick of the night is Dennis Tulilian. But this is going to be another underdog pick of mine, Blagoy Ivanov. Apparently 11th fight on the card. Damn. This fight is not all it's cracked out to be. The prospects are going to make this fight, if anything. Yeah, the prospects are going to make this fight because at this point, bro, there's no name value on here aside from Derek Lewis. So, Daon Jung versus Devin Clark. Daon Jung, all the way. He beat, what was his name? William Knight, who was the closest possible fighting style that I could think next to Devin Clark that Daon Jung has fought. And last time Daon Jung got knocked out, it was against, was it Dustin Jacoby? He kind of got stiffened like a board, but Devin Clark's not that guy. And I'm not to say that he's not that guy, like a cool guy or anything, but I'm saying he's not that guy as far as a striker like Dustin Jacoby to be doing something like that. And I think Daon Jung is going to cruise to a decision from, he has this weird little, like, he. like pity pat style, but he's 6'4". He's a really big guy for the division. I think he's gonna, pity pat his way to a decision here, and Devin Clark's gonna take another loss on his record. So that's the win. That's my pick. I do see a path to victory for Devin Clark, but I just don't think he's gonna find it. And I see a decision victory by Donald June. Last fight on the card, we got Derek Lewis versus Sergey Spivac. This is a 50-50 fight. Derek Lewis is upset that people are disrespecting him and not giving him the credit that he deserves. And I don't know what credit that is other than him being a super savage KO puncher. But apparently everybody thinks it's going to be a washout, and I don't think it's going to be an absolute washout. I do believe Spivac has what it takes to beat Derek Lewis. But I also believe that Derek Lewis could just knock his ass out. This is going to be... Did I say the wobbler of the night earlier already? This is another wobbler. But for the culture, Derek Lewis by knockout. Derek Lewis by knockout. That's my pick. Derek Lewis by knockout. He knocked out Alexander Volkov. He knocked out Curtis Blades. Derek Lewis by knockout. Those are my picks for the night. UFC Fight Night, Lewis versus Spivac. This is Scrappers Digest. Don't forget to tune in. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all stop watching my videos and not subscribing, bro. Because it's going to be some. Don't start them. No, I'm just playing. But come on, bro. Drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe. I ain't got no comments on these damn videos. How am I going to be making all these picks right and y'all guys ain't even dropping no damn comments? Like, bro, I think I'm like... I was 11-4. I was 11-4 for Teixeira versus Hill. I called Hill. I called all that. I think I was like 9-2 or 9-3, 9-2. I don't know for Strickland versus Imamov. Bro, I'm trying to get the whole card right this weekend. So go drop a like, go drop a comment, and go subscribe, and let's get it. Let's